Well, it's a shame tonight's got to be a dark video because I'm too tired to turn on the lights and actually do a proper job. But that's alright, we can still make the most of this. Some videos I just put more effort in. Plus I'm very comfy and warm and I'm in bed. Alright. So today was an interesting day. First of all, work was alright. It was funny because now I shouldn't laugh at this, but I saw a lot of teachers put their hands up in the air when they were driving into the staff car park because let's say there's 3 car parks, one was unavailable and people were like, what? So it was quite funny. I enjoyed the reactions, as rude as that sounds. Then you fast forward and the day was pretty good. We kept busy. We originally put out 80 out of 190 chairs in the gym for some meeting. And then we got told that the chairs had to be put back up until 9:40. We were like, oh fucks. So we put the chairs back. And then it got to about 9:44 or 9:42. It wasn't much longer. And a teacher came in. And she's all like, oh, can you put the chairs out at 9:45? 5 minutes later, which is so pointless. So he said, yeah, alright, well, it's been delayed. First we put them out at 9, we got told at 9:30, then we got told 9:40, now we're getting told 9:45, so I hope you understand our confusion. Yeah, that's alright, it's alright. Anyway, we then proceeded to put the chairs out. And then another teacher came in, and she's like, oh, can you not do it? And we're like, are you shitting me? And then another teacher came in, and she's like, no, don't listen to her. If anyone complains, they can complain to me. She goes, I will take the blame. So then one teacher, we'll call her teacher A, was the one that would take the fall. And then teacher 2 came in and was like, what the hell are you doing? She's like, I'm teaching PE. She's like, why are you setting up chairs? And I'm just like, hey, don't talk to me. I'm talking to teacher A. So she went and talked to teacher A, and they were bitching and fighting. They weren't aggressive, but they were aggressive, but they were whispering to each other's, but they were very angry with each other's. But they were very angry with each other's in a very quiet way. It was rather entertaining to watch. Anyway, I just kept stacking chairs, and there was a big thingy. It's way more than 190 chairs. It was crazy how many people were doing chairs. Because at the end of the day, well, not at the end of the day, but at the end of the story, I got about 100 chairs through, and then a lot of students flocked in, and they were helping, which was really nice, really nice. And we were going so fast that I wasn't keeping up, and they would just wander into the storage room and take more chairs, and then we all lost count, and so many chairs. Anyway, it was all settled, all the chairs got put out, it was a lot, and my supervisor and I were doing our own thing, and I found a tradie, and the tradie wanted my help. So I said, alright, can I jump in your work, and we'll drive to, let's just say, the 9 building. So we drove to the 9 building, and then, fucking hell, then the fucking project manager saw me, and instead of telling me off, because I hopped in the tradie's ute, and she was like, you ain't going 5 kilometers. She goes, 5 kilometers, boys, 5 kilometers. And me and him just rolled our eyes. Anyway, instead of talking to us, which, by the way, we would go on maybe 7, maybe 8 kilometers. So yes, it was more than 5, but we were fine. Anyway, instead of talking to me like a normal person, of course, she rings up my supervisor. This is the freaking project manager. You know, she got my number. Anyway, she rings up the supervisor, complains to the supervisor. Supervisor tells me, and then he tells me, but he doesn't give a shit. He's like, really? He's like, nothing, it's not that bad. He's like, just don't worry about it. But supervisor talks to me, and I'm like, seriously, why can't project manager just talk to me? Like, seriously, she's really ticking everyone off. Project manager is pissing everyone off, and I've heard not just the groundskeeper, like she's pissing a lot of people off. It's her way or the highway. She has to be in charge. She has to be in control. She has to hold all the sticks or straws or whatever that saying is. So after talking to business manager about project manager for like the 600th time, I said, if this keeps happening, me and old timer are definitely got to put a HR complaint in. Like, this is crazy. Anyway, so that happened, and then what else happened? Well, it was really lucky because after the mass or whatever the fuck it was over, me and supervisor went to put the chairs back, which was taking a long time. And we walked into the gym, every chair was stacked. And we were like, oh my god, thank you. Like, really, to the kids and I guess to the staff, thank you. All the chairs were pretty much done. We had to stack them on the trolleys, but still, they were pretty much done, and we were really appreciative of it. Fast forward a little bit. No real drama, just small stuff at work, and then we had to take out another 80 chairs for another meeting, which we didn't put back, but I presume putting them back tomorrow in the morning. And then that was the end of the day. It was a good day. It was a good day. I enjoyed it. Lots of stories, lots of people to talk to, both good and bad. It was a good day. It was funny because I was riding home, and I only got like a corner away, or maybe like 2 corners away from work. So I got off my bike. I actually put my bike in neutral because the traffic lights are red. I got off my bike. I did my zipper up, and I didn't even notice, but there was this Sheila who's a teacher at my school, and she was behind me. And then I jumped back on the bike, and I just saw her waving like oh, I want to say like crazy, but I guess it's a generic girl wave. She was like, "Hey!" And I looked at her, and I was like, "Oh, it's you!" And then, pretty much when I said, "Oh, it's you," she started to roll the window down. So I was like, "Oh, she wants to have a conversation." I couldn't hear what she first said because I had music blaring in my helmet. So that by the time I stopped it, half the conversation was already over. And she said to me, so what was the English? I think she said, oh no, I don't want to screw it up. Anyway, it was implied, like she said something like, so what are you doing now? Where are you going? And my generic response to something like that is, oh, is she inviting me somewhere? So I said to her, I said, oh shit, what did I say? I think if she said, theoretically, because I don't exactly remember, but I think if she said, what are you going to do now? Where are you going? I would have responded generically. I would have said, why? Are you going somewhere? And then I would have said, are you inviting me? You know, something like that. I don't remember. But that's what I would say. I'd be like, oh, why are you inviting me somewhere? You know, because you ask the question, what are you doing now? Where are you going? So it's like, what are you doing now? And, you know, like, I think that means if I'm not doing anything, and then where are you going? If I say home, if I say I'm not doing anything and I'm going home, I will reply, oh yeah, why? You want to catch up or you want to hang out, you know? Anyway, I don't know exactly word for word what she said, and I definitely don't know what I said. I don't know. Memory's not good. And and after I said, why, do you want to go out somewhere? She responded, I heard this like muffled no, and I was like, oh. And then she muffled something else and did like some scissors in her hands. And I was like, oh, yeah. Anyway, I said, I can't hear you. I said, I'm sorry. I said, it's sort of more awkward than anything. I said, I'll see you at work tomorrow. And she goes, yeah. And she drove off. It was a funny conversation, but it felt a little bit awkward. After rewatching the footage, she answered my question because I said, "Why? What are you doing?" And she replied, "I'm going to cut some fabric, I think." So maybe that's a hobby of hers, like maybe she does like sewing or something. I'm not sure. I don't exactly know the whole conversation, and my helmet doesn't really record outside noise very well. So, yeah. But that was funny. That was a funny conversation. I sent it to my home ec teacher friend. I don't know, just to see what he thought. But he didn't say much. Nor did he reply. So I hope I didn't cross any lines or anything. I don't know. Anyway, it doesn't matter. I'll forget. You give me like a week, I'll forget. Yeah. So yeah, you know, I just thought it was funny. So I thought, hey, I bumped into this teacher because teachers know teachers. So I figured he would know her, but he didn't reply. Yeah. But then I went home, played a lot of Asphalt. I spent a bit of microtransactions on that game today, and I'm not too proud of myself. But that's my one gambling addict, or whatever you call it. My one like weakness is microtransactions. But yeah, don't think I'll be doing that again because the game's good, but I don't know if it's that great. Yeah. I definitely going to bed now. So I don't think of. Oh, I watched The Boys. Episode 6. It's a good episode. I thought it was good. Looks like. Oh fuck it! It's my video. I don't care. Looks like Homelander got the injection, so it gets me thinking, what's gonna happen now? Like, Homelander can't die. He got the V1. So, what's gonna happen? So yeah, it gets me thinking about that. So yeah, that's all. Peace.